Hey guys, how are you doing? We have more news to talk about, including, oh, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey there guys, how are you doing? It's Gabe. It is currently 4:31 in the morning at the time of this recording, and we've got some news to talk about, including Hori making a very, very interesting controller that was inspired by Microsoft. So I think you will enjoy that one. And we're going to start this off with Mortal Kombat 11. According to Nintendo Life, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate appears to be getting a physical release on Switch in the UK. I personally thought it had its own physical release, but I guess it didn't, which is weird. Do certain areas get physical and certain areas get digital? I don't know. I just don't know. But it says, although there's been no mention of the Switch version of Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate receiving a physical release in North America, the game appears to be getting a hard copy release on the hybrid system in the UK, seemingly other parts of Europe. A listing of a physical version, including Mortal Kombat 11, Kombat Pack 1, Aftermath Expansion, and Kombat Pack 2, recently popped up on Amazon UK. It's priced at £49.99. Yeah, I think it's pence. I've been watching enough Ashens to know that's pence. And pre-orders are now available, with the release scheduled for 17th November, as previously announced. Here's a look at the box art. Okay, so here's the box art. It's pretty okay box art. I mean, as far as Mortal Kombat goes. According to the product description, the box for this definitive Mortal Kombat 11 experience contains a Switch cartridge. I would hope it contained a Switch cartridge. This is the first time I've read this. I would hope that it would contain a Switch cartridge. If you're giving it a physical release, I would hope to the good Lord above that it would get a physical cartridge. That's like chocolate frosted flakes, selling point being that it has chocolate. Oh gosh. Okay. According to the product description of this definitive Mortal Kombat 11 experience, contains a Switch cartridge, as highlighted by Nintendo Everything's. The Ultimate Edition of MK11 in North America is currently a digital-only release. So if you really want a hard copy and happen to be located in this particular region, you'll just have to import it. Other countries, such as Australia, seem to be getting a physical release, but the catch is it's a download code only. Oh, that's why it's... See, I hate it when companies do that. Hey, we'll give you a physical case, but we're not going to give you a physical cartridge. I hate it when they do that. It just seems like a big old waste of plastic. It's just something to put on your wall. It makes no sense. It makes really no sense. Version is clearly marked on the front of the game case. So, we've got that, and it's very much a bummer for Bobby situation where you're not going to be getting something physical if you actually get the case. So what's the point of people in Australia even ordering the box if they're just getting a digital code anyway? It makes no sense. I don't know. I just don't know. So the next thing that we've got to talk about is Bandai Namco's Tales series is going to be celebrating its 25th anniversary with a special broadcast. This year, Bandai Namco's Tales of series celebrates its 25th anniversary. The first entry for the Super Famicom was released on the 15th of December 1995. After 25 years, it has not got quite the history with a long list of mainline entries, sequels, and spin-offs released over time. To celebrate this milestone, Bandai Namco is hosting a special anniversary live stream. There is no exact date just yet, so keep an eye out for that in the future. Here's what to expect courtesy of Gemsu. The live stream will feature game development stories and anecdotes with producers who have worked on the Tales of series, as well as discussions centered around user questions and survey responses. The latest information on the Tales of series mobile games, events, anniversary goods, and more will also be announced. The most recent entry in the series to come to the Switch was a definitive edition of Tales of Vesperia. The game is also currently on sale on the Switch eShop in North America in October. Bandai Namco also trademarked Tales of Luminera in Europe. So, that's just a nice little bit of information for people who like that series. I've heard of the series. I'm not sure if I knew of a single Tales of game. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, so looking at the list, I think I have heard of Tales of the Abyss and Tales of Vesperia. So I have heard of the series, and I may have even played Tales of the Abyss before. I would just have to pick it up again to see if I had even played it before. So yeah, that's that. And now we're going to talk about Hori and their very interesting controller. Hori released an accessibility controller for the Nintendo Switch. And these stories always make me smile from ear to ear. Following in the footsteps of Microsoft's Xbox Adaptive Controller, Japanese accessory manufacturer Hori has released its very own accessibility controller designed for the Nintendo Switch. Introducing Nintendo-licensed Hori Flex Switch and joystick interface. As you can see, it's got all sorts of inputs and can be wired to a Switch or a Windows PC. There's also a remapping app allowing for up to 6 different configurations. Here's a closer look. Okay, so let's see if we can take a look at this, okay? So this is obviously the D-pad buttons over here. So that's very, very, very important. This is where you would hook up the joystick, the left stick, and then the right stick would be hooked up over here. And then you would have all of the home buttons are going to be right here. So you have all your home buttons on this side, which is just fantastic. And this is just all around a good looking controller. It is a good, solid looking controller, and the fact that more people are going to be able to see this and play with it is just amazing. And so let's proceed with the news article. See, there's where the input for the left stick is. Right here is the inputs. I just think this is very much a good thing. And the fact that it has its own stand, and it's just all around just something for anybody to be able to be accessible for the Switch. It's just amazing. And so you've got the 2 big buttons, and you've got the Switch. Not exactly sure what the 2 giant buttons are for, but as more information comes out, they'll let us know. At the moment, this product is apparently limited to Japan and is priced around 180, I'm assuming yen, $230. If we hear about release outside of this region, we'll be sure to let you know. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I really do. I think that it opens up a whole new world for kids to be able to do stuff like this. I think I did a video on the Xbox Adaptive Controller a long time ago, and I think I said something along the lines of Nintendo needs to do something like this because it would be great for the Switch. And in fact, I did a story on where a dad, and it's long since been taken down, but of where a dad took the Xbox Adaptive Controller and mapped it out for the Switch and made it for the Switch so his little kid could play Breath of the Wild. So it this is the dad's dream come true. So it is very much a very exciting thing. I'm very excited for this. It looks like a very solid controller, and I'm very excited about this. Okay, here is the last bit of news. Something that I didn't even know was happening. I think maybe DJ Slope pointed that out in his Dizzy review video or his History of Dizzy video, but the brand new Dizzy game is a remake, and it's included free with Fuse for Nintendo Switch. Update. The new game is actually Fast Food Dizzy, a remake created especially using game design package Fuse for Nintendo Switch. Fast Food Dizzy originally launched on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, or ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, Amiga, Atari ST home computer systems back in 1989. The game is included free with Fuse, and it even includes the source code so you can pick it apart and learn how it works. That is something that's interesting for, tech nerds and geeks and people who just want to learn more about how this game was built. I think that's a fantastic thing. We really enjoyed reimagining one of our classic original Dizzy games, so much so that we just kept adding features. It was easy to learn, extremely intuitive, and very powerful. We hope people enjoy our game and find it challenging and inspiring, Philip Oliver had to say about the news. His brother Andrew added, "It's been fantastic working with the team at Fuse, who so passionately believe, as do we, that the best way to encourage students to learn to code is to give them the tools to help them make games. Fuse is the perfect situation as a stepping stone between Scratch and industry standard languages such as C++, Java, Python, and Lua that can be hard to get into." Original story. If you're a British gamer who grew up in the 80s, then Dizzy will need no introduction. The egg-based hero created by the Oliver twins, started in numerous adventures across the wide range of systems, including the NES. Some of those very same adventures have been immortalized on the Evercade handheld recently. But if you're looking for some new yoke folk action, you're in luck. The Oliver twins have just announced that they are about to release details on a brand new Dizzy installment that was coded for the Switch during the first UK lockdown this week. We've just entered lockdown 2, the Wrath of God. Oh gosh. We're excited that a press release is coming out very soon of our very new Dizzy game that we wrote on the Switch during the first lockdown. There's not much else beyond that announcement, but the fact that Dizzy is getting a new outing is cause for celebration. Let us know if you're looking for... Okay. So yeah, that's basically the news that we've got. I think that British people are going to be very excited to get Dizzy. It didn't look like necessarily something that would interest me. I'm a platformer, but this is not a slight at all to the Oliver twins. I think that their story was very amazing. I think that Slopes Game Room made a very, very, very extensive, very well-crafted video regarding Dizzy, and it was fun to watch, but it just doesn't look like it's my type of mascot. But for those of you who like Dizzy, you're going to enjoy this new game, this reimagining of a classic. So I'm very much excited for my British friends, and that they get to play a game that is part of their childhood. They get to learn the code of that game, and they just get to have an enjoyable time all around. I know that the Oliver twins really want to teach kids about coding and how to code and all this other stuff, so they can give them those tools to become better at this and to become smarter, more well-rounded individuals in the world of coding. So this is just fun. So please tell me what you think on any of these stories. It would be great to hear from you. leave a comment down below. This is Happy Blobfish signing off, saying if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Subscribe, hit the bell if you want to see more of my content. Share the video because it tells YouTube, hey, I like this dude and I want to hear more of him. And this is Gabe of Happy Blobfish Productions signing off, saying take care and God bless. Peace out, everybody.